Okay, today we're going to have a go at drawing this little character here. In this video we're just going to draw the shape of him, and we'll have a look later on at adding the materials and the decals, the stickers that we've put on him. So when you arrive in Fusion, you'll be faced with this screen with nothing on it. We first want to draw the base of the character, the coaster that he stood on. So we're going to, over here, go to Create Sketch. We'll click on that. Now whenever you draw in 3D space, you need to tell the program which plane you're working on. Is it what I'd call the ground, the floor, or one of the walls? So we're going to start working on the ground here. So I'm going to click there, and you can see my workspace jumps to 2D. So I'm going to, I next need to tell it which shape I'm going to draw. So I need to do a rectangle. So I can go up to here, create, and then I've got a choice of a few different rectangles, but we'll be using shortcut keys, so R for rectangle. So click R, and then I can draw my rectangle. Now my rectangle needs to be 100 millimeters. So I'm typing that into that box. Going to press the Tab key, and that jumps to the second box, and 100 in there, and press Enter. So I'm using exact measurements for my coaster. Pressing Enter, and then the last thing I need to do is come to the top over here and finish sketch. Okay, and the screen automatically goes back to 3D. Now the next thing I need to do is give it some volume. So I'm going to go up here to Extrude. Okay, the shortcut key is E. So Extrude, or press E. And I can just pull this arrow and you can see what Extrude means now. And I want to extrude 20 millimeters. Okay, and press Enter. Right. The next thing I need to create is the dent for the character to sit in. So that's going to be a circle. So I'm going to go up to Sketch. Now, you need to tell it where you want to draw this circle. Not only could you choose one of these three planes, but you can also choose any side of this shape to draw it on. So we're obviously going to select by clicking the top. Now, shortcut key, I can go up to Create and I can go to Circle, but as you can see the shortcut key is C. So Circle, find the center. It will jump to the center, and I'm going to put in 40 millimeters as the diameter of this circle. No, I'm not. I'm going to put in 60 as the diameter of this circle. Right. Again, I finished that sketch, so I come up here, finish sketch. Right, so I've got a circle on the top of my coaster. I now need to extrude that again. So up here to Extrude, or press E. And which shape am I going to extrude? I'm going to extrude the circle, so I click on that. Now I can extrude it up, but I wish to go down. So I'm going to go down, as it already says there, -10. Okay, and press Enter. Before I press Enter, have a look over here, Operation. This is important. The operation is cut. Okay, I've got a few choices. Okay, but it's going to cut out from that shape. Brilliant. Right. Now let's have a go at drawing the cylinder. Okay, so I'm going to draw another circle. So there, press C, this time 40, and finish sketch. Right, shortcut key E to extrude, and I'm going to extrude this one up 60. There you go, so I didn't have to type it in, it already jumped to 60. Now, this is really important. Before you press OK to finish, notice the operation says join. This will essentially make this one shape. All right. We want to select new body. What that means is these will be two different shapes. So I can move them separately. I can pull them apart because they're not joined. But more importantly is I can put different materials on this. So this could be wood and this could be a plastic material when I finally come to render it. So we're going to click OK like that. Right, next thing for my character is the head. Now, to draw a cylinder, we're going to use a primitive. Okay, so we're going to go to Create, and a primitive is a shape, a 3D shape that is already created. We don't draw it in 2D and extrude it. Like basic shapes like box, cylinder, and sphere here. Generally, it's better to draw a shape with a sketch first. Okay, but occasionally we can cheat. A sphere is definitely easier when it's a primitive. So I'm going to click sphere. Where do I want it? I want it on the top here. Find the center, and I'm going to make it as wide as that is. So look, 40 millimeters, it's the same width as the column. Now, it's gone red. So that tells me it's going to do a cutting action or operation. So we have here, look, cut. I don't want it to cut. I don't want it to join. Again, I want it as a new body. Okay, so I'm going to click OK. And that has created a shape that is again separate. Now what I need to do is move it. So I can go modify and I can find move down here, or I can use the shortcut key M. So M, click on the cylinder, and I'm just going to move it up. There you go. So it's just sat on the top of my design. That'll do. Okay, so you can see I just grab these arrows, move it up. We've got arrows to move it up. These things here spin it round. You won't really see a sphere, obviously, turn. Okay, but I can move and spin it round here. I'm just going to click OK. Right, so my character is almost finished. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to fillet some of these edges just in the corner. You can see on this design, the corners are rounded. How do I do that? Modify, and I go down and find fillet, or again, F for fillet is the shortcut key. So F, and I'm going to click on that corner, that corner, that corner. I'll need to rotate so I can see this one. And I'm just going to guess for now. I'm not too bothered. I'm going to guess about that much round. And that's 15 millimeters radius. Okay. Right. So there is my design. Have a go at doing something like that. We'll have another video to have a look at actually how we're going to put the materials on that. Cool. Off you go.